Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Okay, so here we are. Contrary to popular belief, that we are here right now with Dak Prescott playing the way he is. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, let's make no mistake about it. The Dallas Cowboys always seem to wait too long to get contracts done, and it ends up costing them more money. You know, they talked about, DeMarcus Lawrence said, he wanted more money than what they thought, and they ended up actually having to give it to him. Had they made the move the year before and said, you know what, we believe in you, we're going to sign you, you probably could have got him for about $17 million. But they waited in the same way they're waiting on Amari Cooper. Now, they got a little bit wiser with Jalen Smith, with Lyle Collins, and those guys. They ended up redoing those contracts and actually freeing up more capital. But see, here's the thing. I'm going to let them play, and I'm going to come back with my theory on what's really going on. But here's the thing that's going to be interesting as we look at this is everybody assumes that it's the Dallas Cowboys that aren't trying to make the deal. It may just be that Dak Prescott is slowing things down. But let's hear what they have to say right here.
All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, LeVar Arrington, and TJ Houshmandzadeh are back. Time now for Darnell's question of the day. Darnell, take it away.
Darnell?
Yes, sir, let's move to Dallas.
Of course.
Dak Prescott still hasn't gotten his new contract he's been seeking. Dak has been putting up the biggest numbers of his career.
Yep.
Questions are flying about why he hasn't been paid yet, including from a legendary Cowboys QB, my guy Troy Aikman. Take a listen.
I really do not know why he has not yet been paid, and that's not a criticism of anyone's. I don't know if it's just that they're so far apart. I don't think there's any doubt they want to sign him. I don't think he can show anything more than he's already shown. What's being said now is, hey, we love you, we're going to pay you, you're not going anywhere. But until that actually happens, I do think there's not doubt, but I think there's some questions as to, okay, well, how committed are they really to me? If Dak were to be signed, I think it would give him a lift, and I think it would give this team a lift.
Gotta ask you guys, you think it's understandable that the Cowboys haven't paid Dak yet?
Hell yeah. And if he wants to give the team a lift, Dak Prescott needs to beat the Patriots. Then they'll have a lift for the team. And trust me, they'll lift that contract to wherever Dak wants it. Let him beat the Patriots, then pay.
Agree. Look, this is easy to understand why they're taking their time. One, cost. Dak, if he gets $40 million, somewhere around there, it's going to be 5 years, $200 million. But if you just take your time and say, you know what? What's the franchise tag next year? 33.4? Oh, what's it going to be the year after that? 40? Wait a minute. If I don't pay him long term, he's going to be cheaper if I just franchise him for 2 years, which gives the Cowboys 3 years to answer the most important question. Are these numbers, this improving as a quarterback, going to take us to Tom Brady, to the pay dirt, to the promised land? Or the Phillip Rivers and Matthew Stafford, where a lot of numbers go work out over there. Carson Wentz. So the point of this is, why not wait? More importantly than everything I just said, there's pressure on Dak Prescott, and look how he responds. Why not keep that pressure on Dak Prescott?
There's a reason why he responds
and let him continue to respond.
I don't understand it, and the reason I don't understand it because it's almost unprecedented that you have a quarterback that has shown you I can get it done.
I know why.
And you don't want to pay him. The Ravens did this with Flacco. They ended up paying him a lot more than they would have liked. There's no way Dak Prescott wants $40 million. He'll take it. You're not going to jump Russell Wilson by $5 million per year. I believe it's in the $33 million range, just more than Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. Now, they'll say, oh, we love you. Oh, we want you to be our quarterback, but we all know a lot. You can't tell me that. You show me by the contract that you offer me whether you love me and you want me on the team. And so it doesn't make any sense. It's going to work out. And it's going to work out in Dak Prescott's favor because what he wanted, they're going to end up having to give him a lot more than that by the way he's going to play.
Yeah, I'm with TJ on this one. He's going to be your guy. Look at him as your franchise guy.
Oops. Well, that was enough of them anyway. Okay. It's enough of them anyway. All right. Here's my thing. This is my theory. I haven't talked to Dak. I haven't talked to anybody with Dak. Don't know his management people or anything like that. But here's what my thinking is. I want you to understand something. I always say this to you guys. In order for something to happen, you have to first believe in it yourself. You have to believe that you're going to succeed before you try and do something. If you don't think that you can do it, chances are you won't be able to. Dak Prescott has always believed in himself, and he has shown himself that everywhere he goes, he's a winner. So Dak Prescott bet on himself. Now he's talking about, well, Dak Prescott responds to pressure. Well, guess what? This is one of those things that people don't talk about too much when it comes to Dak Prescott. But see, Dak Prescott already has a master's degree in psychology, and he's working on his doctorate. And if you don't know what a doctorate is, basically you go to school for a long time and you become a doctor. Now, I had somebody before when I said this, they said, oh, it's not like he's a real doctor, like a medical doctor. Listen, understand that you have to get your regular degree. Then you got to go to school for some more to get your master's degree. And then you got to go to school some more for your doctorate. And there's all different kinds of doctors. There's medical doctors, there's psychology doctors, there's doctors of engineering. There's so many doctorates, but what it says is basically you done spent about 10 years going to college, or at least getting that much accreditation. The guy has got it up here. He understands things like pressure and also how to manipulate the mind. Now here's the thing. I want you to think about this. Dak Prescott has been a bargain for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott has enabled them to get out from under Tony Romo's contract, under Dez Bryant's contract, and has enabled them to go out and sign guys like Robert Quinn, to be able to take care of getting Jalen Smith signed, take care of bringing in Amari Cooper. And you're seeing that these guys in the offensive line have been signed, and Dak's kind of like, okay, I'm going to get mine. Here's the other part of this that you're not taking into consideration. You're looking at things today's dollars. You're not looking at next year's or the year after's dollars. So right now, $35 million is a lot of money as far as quarterback goes as part of the NFL salary cap. But here's where it gets interesting. Understand from 2011, when the salary cap was $120 million. Let me say that again. In 2011, the salary cap was only $120 million. Right now, it's $188 million. It's pretty good growth, especially, let me put this in here, especially when in 2017, ratings went down the tubes. Be it the game was boring, be it the anthem protest, be it whatever. Things went downhill. But here's the interesting thing about this. Even though they had less people watching, guess what? The salary cap still went up. It still continued to grow. The NFL still continued to make money. And the more money they make, the more money the salary cap goes up. This past year, guess what? It went up $11 million. Guess what's going on right now? Through the first 6 weeks of the NFL season, ratings were up 3%. Yeah, back to where they were before they went down the toilet. And guess what? They're going to be adding another game to the NFL season where they're talking about an additional $2.5 billion of revenue coming in. Oh, let's add to that also that there's also going to be gaming. Yeah, that's right, gambling. You know how you see it everywhere now that you can kind of go through and you can bet on football? Over here in Charlestown, you can go there. It's got, books, so you can go ahead and put the money on the Super Bowl. You see that the Redskins are talking about moving over by the MGM. You see that Jerry Jones is partnering with a casino in Arkansas. That's more revenue for the NFL. They're talking about this 17-game schedule where they're going to be playing games 8 in England. Not only that, you're going to be talking about teams that will have an extra game that will be an out-of-market game. So guess what? If you're in Alabama, there might be a game. If you're in Notre Dame, there's going to be a game. There'll be more games in Mexico and Canada, thus making this a worldwide phenomena that will just continue to grow and make tons and tons of money. So if that's the case. Oh, and don't forget, online streaming. Me, I'm on YouTube. The fact that I'm a guy that's in my basement talking about the Dallas Cowboys 1,300 miles away and get people to watch goes to show you the power of the internet. They're going to be streaming games as well. So all of this stuff is going to all of a sudden make that salary cap just blow up. And realize once that bargaining agreement is done, you're going to see the salary take a major jump. In which case, that $30 million, $35 million quarterback contract, when the salary cap's around $250 million, it's going to be chump change. So Dak Prescott figures, you know what? I'm a quarterback. Quarterbacks don't have the injuries that kills careers like, say, a running back. I'm tough. I'm not running a whole lot. You see, Dak Prescott does not run the football very much. You notice that, right? You notice that. You notice he's not taking those sacks either this year. You notice that too, right? Yeah, he's taking care of business, and that's why he's getting rid of that ball quick, because he's protecting the investment. And even if the Dallas Cowboys do franchise tag him this year, that's even better. Because you know what's going to happen? Pat Mahomes, he's going to be up for a contract. Yeah. So the longer he waits, the bigger the money's going to be. And he's making money hand over fist as endorsements of being the head of America's game. So as much as we say that, oh, well, Dak Prescott's being greedy or the Cowboys don't want to sign him, no. Dak understands it. And in the meantime, here's the other kicker that's really great. Because the Cowboys haven't had to go through and pay him now, you saw them be able to take care of the offensive line. That group is locked up. You can see them lock up Jalen Smith. You can see them. They know they're going to need, you're going to need Amari Cooper. They'll get his, and he will get that major contract and will be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And what better way to go into negotiations with being an MVP candidate, maybe 5,000 yards and a third division crown? Yeah. Dak Prescott and that psychology degree, it's definitely paid off. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, and I'll see you soon.